All right, so Ford people. Ford has made an agreement with Tesla so that Ford owners of electric vehicles can now use the Tesla Supercharger. So I think this is huge. This was one of the main things why I wouldn't buy any other electric vehicle, because Tesla has the very best charging system in the U.S. or world, period, as far as their infrastructure and charging outside the home. If you haven't experienced it, when you go to charge your Ford Mach-E, as opposed to now, it's just a hope you get lucky and can charge somewhere, as opposed to the Tesla Supercharge Network. Is awesome, great. It's about everywhere. Back of Wawa's, easy, works great. So, what do you think of it? Son, we did, like I say, Ford has now, we were talking about it earlier. I thought one of the main things of the Tesla was, that charging network. I know you probably haven't experienced going out of town in an electric vehicle, but that's when you go out of town or you go on a long range, the charging network is key, and Tesla's got the best. What do you think about Ford today announcing that they will be partnering with Tesla so that Ford vehicles can use the Tesla superchargers?
I think it's pretty significant. People who drive a lot it's gonna appeal to them more. They're gonna see that as an opportunity for them to get a vehicle that's just as prone to be charged properly as the Tesla, and maybe get a different variety. Maybe you're not too fond of how the Tesla looks. Maybe you like more how that Ford Mach looks. You may so it just gives you a bit more of a variety.
Okay. So yeah, the Ford Mach-E will now be able to charge. Will be able to charge at the Tesla Superchargers, along with the Lightning, the Ford Lightning truck. So yeah, I think it's Bob Farley who's over GM, as for not GM. Who's over Ford? Is it Bob Farley? I didn't got that name mixed up. But whoever's over Ford. Great decision, I think, in coming over to this, jumping in there first. And now, let me just to tell you a few more things. So as of 2025, all the 2025 Fords and newer vehicles will now come with the NACS standard. So when you go to plug in the Tesla now, you know how you plug in the supercharger, you don't need any adapter or anything. You're just able to plug right into your Tesla, right? So Ford, starting in 2025, they're going to have the same charge port in the Ford. So you won't need any adapter. Remember, like when you rented the Tesla the other day, you had the adapter thing on it. That's sort of like what a Ford would have to do now. Well, with this new design, the 2025 models of the Fords will have the same. The NACS was just the North American Charging Standard, which is Tesla's plug. So basically, that's Tesla's plug. So they'll be able to just plug it directly in. So again, Ford, great idea on that. I think that is just awesome. I am wondering how you Tesla owners gonna feel. I am one of them. How do you Tesla owners feel that now, and how do you think they're gonna feel now that when you pull up to a Tesla Supercharger, Tesla's only, it was exclusive for Tesla. How do you think our Tesla owners are gonna feel now that Ford vehicles such as the Mach-E, I think they have a van, and also the Lightning will be pulling up charging? What do you think they're gonna think about that?
It just takes away the rarity of the car, really. You used to be, the only one. When you're the only one doing something, it's just different. And now you're adding on to other people, giving more like expansion. Some people may feel a certain way, like welcoming the new Mustang family in, while others may feel like this is only for us, and maybe more territorial about their Teslas and what they like and how the charging should be just for them. So it really just depends on the person.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool with it. I think as long as Tesla keeps up and puts enough of these superchargers out where they don't get overwhelmed with all these new vehicles coming in, I'm fine with it. Actually, I like to see Mach-E's and Lightnings. Hell, I'd love to pass a Mach-E coming out of a Tesla station. So this would much more make me think about purchasing a Ford vehicle. Before this, would have never done it, just because of the charging infrastructure was not in place. Ford didn't have a good charging network. They will with this. and I think it's going to be great. I still don't know if I would, but I still like the Tesla because I'm a performance person. So I love the performance of the Tesla, and you know the Model Y performance will still outrun the Mach-E, I believe, the Ford Mustang Mach-E. So I would still stick with the Tesla, and then Tesla has several other features that just they've been doing it for so long. They're so far out in front of everybody till I was probably still with the Tesla. But I will say I would now give Ford an opportunity with this ability to use a Tesla Supercharger. Before I would have advised, if I was advising you before, in which I do a lot of consulting, providing people information about electric vehicles. We sell the electric vehicles, we sell the chargers for them. So we've been doing this for a while. And before I would have advised you to stay away from a Ford product strictly because of that network, unless you just never say, I'm never going anywhere, you know, besides 50 miles, 100 miles from home. Other than that, I would have advise you to stay away from the Ford products just because of that network. So other than that, we're gonna let this one go here. We just wanted to go over that. So Tesla plug coming to Tesla superchargers, and we'll now be seeing Ford vehicles there. I don't know when they're going to start this, but it was in the news here recently. So hopefully, probably any day now, we'll start seeing those Ford vehicles available charging at the Tesla Superchargers. So listen, everybody, like this. If you please like it. It gets pushed out to more people. The algorithms, you already know that. Subscribe to it. If you want to see more content like that, just hit that like button. If you like the Tesla Model Y, Model 3, hit that like button. If you want to know more about the redesigned Model 3 that's coming out, hit that like button. You like the Ford Mach-E, you're a Ford owner and you're glad that you're going to be able to charge at the Tesla Supercharger, hit that like button. And before we go, the one thing to keep relevant, the Teslas can charge, most Teslas can charge at a top rate of 250 kilowatts, 250 kilowatts, which is more than most. So that's another thing to keep watch on. The Tesla Model Y we have now can charge at a max of 250 kilowatts. So I don't think the Ford vehicles are there yet, but that's another thing to keep in mind when you're deciding which electric vehicle to go with. Until next time, EV Elite Vehicles.